Doctor, actually we don't have that blood group. You are her parents, so one of you can give. Taehyung and looked at each other, don't know what to say. Taehyung, what is her blood group? Doctor, O negative. Taehyung got overwhelmed after listening this while you got confused. Taehyung, happily, it is same as mine. You take my blood. You smiled. Doctor, okay, come. Taehyung went inside and gave his blood. He came back and saw you sitting lost in thoughts. He came near you and you saw him. You had given the blood. Taehyung, yes, even they had started the operation. You, thank God. Then they silently stood there and silence was broken by you. You, why are you doing all this? Taehyung, confused, means? You, I mean all this, taking care of Anaina, donating her blood. Taehyung, she is my daughter legally. You, but you are not ready to accept her. Taehyung, bit guilty. Yeah, at that time I didn't want it, but she changed me. You see, if you are trying to fulfill your duties, then no need to do all this. I am earning enough to keep her happy. Taehyung hurt you, but then only doctor came and said, Doctor, excuse me, your daughter is fine. Taehyung and you got happy. You, may I meet her? Doctor, yes, sure, but she will get conscious in few hours. Taehyung and you nodded and went inside. Inside, Taehyung and you entered inside the room where was Anaina. You directly ran to her and slightly hugged her not to disturb her sleep. You sit near her, holding Anaina's hand. Some tears had already kissed your cheeks, seeing large bandage on Anaina's forehead. Taehyung was standing little far. He was staring Anaina with lots of love. A smile crept on his lips as he remembered the beautiful moments he spent with her. After few minutes, you realized that Taehyung still didn't came near Anaina, maybe because he was sitting, so you got up and sit on sofa in the room. Then Taehyung went to Anaina and kissed her forehead gently over bandage. He stood near her for some time. All the time you were staring him and was lost in thoughts, confused why he is behaving like this. Time skips next day night. Anana was discharged from hospital in the morning. Taehyung and you brought her home. You was all the time with her, not leaving for a second. Taehyung has to leave for his office because of some urgent work. Living room. It was 8 p.m. when Taehyung came from office. He entered inside only to see his dear mother waiting for him. After getting freshened up, he came down while Mrs. Kim set dinner for him. Dining room. Having his dinner, Taehyung asked, Taehyung, how is Anana now? Mrs. Kim make faces. I don't know. Taehyung, Mom, why are you behaving like this with Anana? Mrs. Kim, I don't understand one thing. Why are you showing so much concern for her? Taehyung, because she is my daughter. Mrs. Kim, oh really? Now that servant girl become your daughter. Taehyung got up. Stop it, Mom. You have no right to say anything to my daughter. Mrs. Kim, don't know what black magic this you had done on you that you are behaving like this with your mom. Taehyung, because you are wrong and had never shown me right path. You always manipulate me against you, encouraging me to dominate her. Mrs. Kim angrily, you are blaming me now. It was you also who was treating your wife as a servant. Taehyung have nothing to say as she said right. How much badly he treated you. He left from there before going to his room. He went to guest room to see Anaina once as he had met her in the morning. At guest room, Taehyung slightly knocked on the door. After a few minutes, you open the door. You look at him with interrogative look. He looked at you and said, Taehyung, that I came to meet Anaina. How is she now? You, she is fine and sleeping now. You moved aside, leaving a way to for him. Guest room. He went to Anaina and saw her sleeping peacefully. He sat beside her and caressed her small hair. Before leaving, he kissed her palm. He got up and went to the door where you were standing. Taehyung, good night. You hummed. Taehyung left to his room while you slept, closing the door. Time skips 1 month later. It has been 1 month since Anaina's incident occurred. Now she has recovered completely. Mrs. Kim's behavior has started changing little as she lost the support of her son. He always talked rudely with her. Nothing much changed between Taehyung and you. Yu's attitude was still strained towards him. Sunday evening living room. Taehyung is sitting on sofa with Anaina in his arms. She is playing with jigsaw puzzle while Taehyung is admiring her. After setting box, she showed to Taehyung while every time he kisses her cheek and say very good in return. She laughs at her success. Once again she set puzzle according to her, then turned to Taehyung and show him. Taehyung smiles and said, Taehyung, wow, my baby is very intelligent. Kiss her cheek. Anana giggles and again got busy with puzzle. One person was continuously adhering their bond, and that is you, who is sitting on dining table and cutting vegetables. Taehyung phone beep, so he took it and started checking mails. Anana has set the puzzle, so turned to Taehyung, but now he was busy in phone and didn't notice her. Anana was seeing him, but he didn't notice her. You saw this, so you went to take Anana as Taehyung is busy. You picked up Anana in your arms. Taehyung felt loss of her touch, so looked up to see Anana with you. You, I will take her. Taehyung nodded. You turned to leave, but what Anana next said shocked both of them. Anana forward jigsaw towards Taehyung, showing him and shouts. Anana shouts, Dada! Taehyung jumped from sofa. Taehyung stammered, You listen what she said. You nodded with tears in your eyes. Taehyung hugged you and Anana tightly as Anana was in your arms. Then he broke the hug. Taehyung, Darius, I just can't believe that she called me. He gazed Anana's face, who was again busy in jigsaw, unknown to what is happening around. He took her in his arms. Taehyung, Anana, please say once again. But then only he listened sobbing sound, so looked up only to see you crying. He got confused. That why you are crying? Taehyung went a little closer. What happened? You pout. Anana didn't call me. This is the first time when Taehyung realized that his wife is damn cute. Taehyung side hug you with one arm. Don't worry, she will say. You sure? Taehyung humoured. Taehyung to Anana, see baby, mom is crying. You didn't call her. Anana looked at him, then to you, trying to understand what is happening. Anana saw you is crying, so she left jigsaw on floor and extended her arms to you. Anana shouts, Mom. Now it is was you's time to jump. You tightly kisses Anana cheeks. You crying. She called me Taehyung. I am so happy. You hugged Taehyung, wrapping your arms around his waist. Taehyung shivered, feeling your touch. This is the first time he felt like this, maybe because earlier he never tried to feel you. Then you realized what you did, so you moved back and you was looking down. Taehyung also avoided eye contact. They listened to cooker whistle, so you taking as a chance run to kitchen while Taehyung smiled idiotically seeing your retreating figure. Taehyung hugged Anana tightly and said slowly, Taehyung, love you my baby, at least because of you today she came little close to me. Soon Anana stepped in his lamp due to tiredness. Time skips. Night guest room. After dinner, Ayana is already sleeping. You is lying beside her, lost in thoughts. You was trying to compare your life of these few months and the 3 years. You po. Nowadays, one thing is very common going in my head, and that is confusion. I am hella confused with Taehyung's behavior. Undoubtedly, he has truly accepted Anana. I never understand their bond, but it is amazing. Sometimes I feel jealous that Anana spend more time with Taehyung, but more than that, I am happy that Anana got fatherly figure, which I never thought in my dreams also. Today our happiness has no bound. As Anana spoke first time, I got disappointed when she called Taehyung, not me. I started crying and he consoled me. The very first time I have seen the concern he has for Anana is same for me. But when I tried to think to give him a chance, those 3 worst years of my life come in front of me, and moreover, he should take initiative and ask sorry. Then I will think of it. Change is part of our life. It is not big thing that a person can change. Maybe Taeyang also changed, but still some fear in my heart prohibit me to trust him. For the time I am happy with Anana, but if he really need me in his life, then he should ask me first. Then I will think of it. I am accepted him as Anana father, but as a husband, it is really need a lot of courage, which I am lacking now. You boys thinking all this you slept. On other side, Taeyang and Yusro. Taeyang is lying on bed, smiling like an idiot, thinking all that happened today. His chain of thoughts was broken by phone call. Seeing caller ID, he instantly got up and received the call. On the phone, Taeyang, hello doctor. Doctor, hi Taeyang, I had disturbed you at this time to inform you that please tomorrow come to hospital to collect your reports. Taeyang skipped us heartbeat listening about reports. Taeyang, okay, he cut the call and again lay on bed thinking.